Dr. Kemi of Nigeria, it's Thursday, the 2nd of October 2025. Let's talk about Phyna. Phyna Otabor has been in the news again because of a video she did a few days ago where she was having a total meltdown. Many people have had a lot to say about that video. The relationship to the easy VDM ruckus that happened months ago when her sister died. Yesterday, I watched a video that Blessing CEO made advising Phyna to compose herself and get off the internet or the phone or whatnot. Everybody seems to have their own ideas of what Phyna should do. But I'm going to tell you my own opinion. I largely didn't get involved with Phyna's situation with her sister because I had some kind of contact with her that was not too positive. This was when Phyna lost her Instagram page. I think she lost her page at the time and she moved to Twitter. And a few people will come to me when they lose their pages because for some reason they think I know everybody behind the social media platforms. And I do help some people. So what I did was I was actually directing people to follow her backup page. I was putting free adverts for her on my page for people to follow her there, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm sometimes too nice. At the end of the day, when she got her page back, she did a live video. And I remember being on that live video. I didn't make a request to come in live. I was just watching what was going on. When her fans started saying, Phyna, Dr. Kemi is here. That woman's a mad woman. Remove her, blah, blah, blah. I mean, they were all negative in that fan base. What did her fan base do to help her in this situation? Anyway, while we were on the live video, Phyna just removed me from the live. And that was it for me and Phyna. I don't like to be around negative people. Now, a lot of you have seen a different side of me. After my father died and I told the story of how I was traumatized throughout my childhood and all my adulthood by my family and blah, 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 blah. Everybody's like, this woman is not even a mad woman. Her father did the narrative. Okay, whatever. But I do want to tell you that on Phyna's case right now, on that video that I watched, okay, you have to have some kind of compassion for her. This is not ordinary, okay? This is not just a meltdown. Phyna is totally broken. And if I compare what I went through this year after my father's death and the stories I told in almost 85 videos, I can see myself in some parts of Phyna. I mean, Nigerians forget so soon. November of 2024, Phyna went on her Twitter account, X, and she actually said she's dropping her last name because she really doesn't know where she came from and she doesn't think her family is her family. They were never supportive of her in her childhood and growing up. And then when she won Big Brother Niger, everybody wanted to be her friend in the family. Do you remember her post talking about her father always asking for money and this and cars because she won 100 million? One of the reasons I actually wanted to help Phyna in that one page thing was the 100 million Naira prize she won on Big Brother Niger, and they had not given her her Bitcoin. She was missing a huge chunk of that money from the Bitcoin from Patricia. And everybody knows that Patricia went bankrupt. The whole thing was a scam, and they never existed again. They're trying to come back up, but just the whole thing was a mess. And they never gave her that Bitcoin. Now, I don't know the update on it, but I was trying to help Phyna, and her fans didn't let me. So you got to step back when you're trying to help people. If they don't need you, don't go there. So now, looking back at 2024, she said she was removing Otabor from her name and that her family was never supportive of her. She was referring to her family, not her sister, not her dad. Everybody in the family never supported her. You got to understand, when I was estranged from my family, it was my 60th birthday in 2024, August, that I told you guys that I am disowning my family, the Olunloyo family. I'm no longer part of them, and I'm changing my name and moving to another country. You all vividly remember that. Changing my name, moving to another country. Now, Olunloyo is the only name I have. I've never been married, so I don't have any last name, any other last name. My broadcast name is Kemi Lawrence, and I picked up Kemi Lawrence for a little while. I couldn't use it further because of the social media platforms. It's very, very hard to change your handle and get it on all handles. So I reverted back to Olunloyo. I am an Olunloyo because the name is very honorable and it has nothing to do with my dad. I have ancestors that are very honorable Nigerians who have passed away. I know my history. So it's not like some people were coming, oh, why don't you drop the name? Why don't you? The name Olunloyo in this century has harmed me more than helped me. My father has done some atrocious and horrible things. In politics, no one wants to hire me in their government because they didn't like my father. When he was in PDP or he was in APC or whatnot. My siblings don't talk, but if you were asking them, they'll tell you exactly the same thing. The name has hurt to them more than helped them. If it had helped me, I'll be somewhere else now. But a father that can go to a newspaper and write an article saying his daughter is mentally unstable simply because he's avoiding his daughter from telling the story of her sexual abuse in a riot where he fled. My father didn't want you to know that he fled and left me. He didn't want the world to know these things. So he had to say, oh, Kemi always accuses me of sexual abuse. So everybody will say, Kemi is crazy, she's mad. You see the trick? That's the single reason why I did not even attend his funeral. I would not celebrate my dad after that event. And my siblings never knew until it happened. They found out, when my dad died. And some of them still don't believe it happened because they were never told throughout their lives. My mother's still alive and she's still sitting there instead of telling everybody else. Anyway, I'm not part of the Olunloyos. My name is still Kemi Olunloyo. I'm estranged. I'm not going back to what God rescued me from. Okay, there are many people who are estranged from their families. It's not a big deal. Okay? Gloria Vanderbilt, one of the biggest designers in America, who I even modeled for when I was a teenager. Okay? She's the mother of two famous people. Okay? One of them committed suicide. The second one became a CNN anchor, very famous. And the third one is estranged. The estranged boy has gone out to the world and nobody even knows where he is and even changed his name. The famous one at CNN is Anderson Cooper. And I'm sure you know Anderson Cooper in CNN. Yeah, Anderson's mother is Gloria Vanderbilt. Now start using your Wikipedia. So it's like you need to know the story of estranged people and their families. When Phyna took her name off, Otabor, okay, it was still legally in her papers, in her passport, in her documents and all that. So you need to know the root of everything that's happening here. But Phyna was kind enough to come to her sister's rescue when she had that accident. Now, everyone's different. If one of my siblings has an accident now, I don't think I'm going to show up because I know what my siblings did to me. Okay, the harm they caused me, the bruises on my body, I wouldn't be there. But Phyna was there for her sister, regardless of what relationship they had. And this is what they call PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. It affected her to the point that she did not know how to do things legally. That's why I said you can take Phyna out of the ghetto, but you can never take the ghetto out of Phyna. Everybody says, oh, she's the street one, she's the ghetto, she's the blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, she doesn't know how things are done. There was no advice on how to reach a multi-million-dollar conglomerate company like Dangote. Nobody told her you don't talk to their people. You have a lawyer do it for you. Nobody educated Phyna. Everybody was just doing their own content creation. Okay, VDM, an activist who tried to get into it because VDM is into community activism. He got insulted later and he backed out and said he will never help people again when it comes to that kind of stuff. Izzy got incited. Everybody got incited. It was just a ruckus. And I was watching it all. But if you look at the root of it all, Phyna never had a great relationship with her family. So now some people say she's trying to cash out on her sister's accident and this and that. Her erratic behavior is why Dangote is dealing with the patriarch of the family, which is her father. And so by Dangote dealing with her father, she's still on the side howling about the money they gave them. Phyna should not go online anymore. They should get a lawyer that will represent the family. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. I want people to have compassion for her because it's mentally draining her. It's not entertainment. Phyna, I'm praying for you wherever you are. It is not entertainment.